Hello everyone! In this short video I will analyze 5 my real trades and leave link to them in description, so that you can analyze them yourself. I will show some of my trades and explain their logic. I will start with losing trades and then move on to profitable trades. Deal number 1 on Sui. Next I will show my trades in TradingView because it will be easier to explain. Long levels were formed on the 5 minutes time frame. Moreover, it was an all-time high after good growth. Then a trend line with 2 touches was formed. The third touch is a successful retest. If you use a fixed volume profile on the chart after the retest, we will see that it crosses the trend line. The fixed volume profile plus the trend line is a good factor. It means that this zone will be protected. On the 1 minute time frame, we can see that the price is getting a good buyback. Look at the candlestick. So I decided to open a long. I put a stop loss over this low. Then the trend line was also a supper along with this flat. My mistake was that I got greedy and misjudged the potential. I wanted the price to reach the levels, but on the daily time frame it was clear that the price was unlikely to reach the levels, like here for example. I released this only when I was already in the trade. So I closed part of the position so that if the price reversed I wouldn't be in the minus. And that's what happened. My position closed at the stop loss. But because of the commission and fundraising, I ended up in a very small minus. This is a smart decision based on the money management. After I closed off parts of position, the price rose by another 2.5%, but I was already asleep. I also advise you to close a part of the position if there are significant factors against you. This will preserve your capital. Also, I want to tell you about VATAGA Crypto. It's a service with one-stop access to exchanges. And the coolest thing that with my link you can get 20% of commission back from all trades. For example, if you have traded a commission of $500 for a week, for example, if you trade a small volume, you get back as much as $100. If $1,000, you get back $200. And that's forever. This is really cool, so take advantage, link in the description. The second losing trade on ETH. Then I'll move on to profitable trades. Actually in this trade I was just unlucky. So, on the 5 minute time frame after breaking the level which was 277 days old, something like a triangle was formed. Namely, the lows were going up and the highs were going down. After a good breakdown of the level, the coin carried by 13%. And in this place the price was well repurchased, which can be seen from the candlesticks. Then the price retested this triangle and rolled back from the fixed volume profile to flat, which is normal because it's a retest. Then the price started to buy back well again, which is also seen in the candlesticks. I decided to open long. I entered the market not for the whole deposit, because according to my risk management the risk per trade shouldn't exceed 1%. And I forgot to say that the slope sideways also reacted to the retest of this level. And in general, retests work well in the market at the moment, if you choose the right instrument. So, a bullish flag was formed and all factors come together. But on December 6, Bitcoin fell by 9%. All altcoins fell together with Bitcoin and ETH including. I cut a loss. And as you can see, if it fell not so much, it was immediately bought back. Then the price went up 27%. I think I was just unlucky and also everything was within the risk management. The ratio is almost 1 to 10. That's a very good ratio. Also, don't forget that the ratio in a trade should be at least 1 to 3. That's important. And so my profitable trades. The first profitable deal on ARB. On the 15 minute time frame, good levels were formed, but on the 5 minute time frame I show you how I saw the chart and how I believe that the price will start to rise here. So, after the first level formed, something like a price channel, after the second level formed another clear price channel, and in 2 cases the price broke upwards. Then I assumed that a channel was formed again and mentality visualized it. If you remove the right part of the chart, I thought it would be like this. I just drew a parallel line and visualized the right scenario. Why I thought that the price will bounce in this place? because here the local sidewall and fixed volume profile access suffered. I put a stop loss behind this brick. But when I exited the trade, I made a mistake. Namely, I stupidly exited on the level retest. Now they are almost no breakdown in the market, and usually the price first roll in and only then starts to grow. And I stupidly closed onto the test, although there were other factors not to exit the deal, namely volatility and active purchases in the trading terminal. Then the price rose another 7%, the ratio was almost 1 to 7. I managed to earn 10%. Second profitable deal on that. Very interesting trade. Good levels have formed on the 5-minute time frame. This trade is similar to the previous one. Here also two channels were formed first. A channel was formed and then an exit up. And again a channel was formed and then the exit up. But after the second channel, lower levels were formed. Usually there is a lot of liquidity behind such levels, so it's important to remove this liquidity first. After liquidity was removed, the third channel was formed. But it was not an ordinary channel, but a channel with two trigonals inside. The first trigonal was the support of short-term movement, and the second trigonal was already the support of a longer movement. Here the price reacted. Due to the combination of all factors, I decided to open long. I decided to exit after crossing the second level because I didn't see good buys in the trading terminal. And I was right. After I closed the deal, the price rolled up by almost 2%. Of course, it was possible not to close the deal and see what would happen next. But it was already 4 AM and I wanted to sleep instead of watching the chart. The ratio in the deal was almost 1 to 6. I managed to earn almost 6%. The last trade on XRP. This is a 3-minute time frame. At the moment the instrument was active and the trend line was formed, also formed good levels. Before that the coin was going without corrections. Trend line were formed with a successful upward exit, like here or in these examples, and it was also trending upwards. Then another trend line formed. This wasn't to be missed. Unfortunately, I missed the most favorable entry points and managed only at the end. On the red candlestick, I opened the long and put a stop loss over this low. Stop loss was 0.3%, so I entered the trade with free leverage. The formation is very good, namely the growth without correction plus a squeeze to the level. I expected a good breakout of the level and it happened. I grew out of the trade badly because it seems to me that the coin will take off liquidity behind the trend line. The ratio is 1 to 5. Even taking into account that I closed the trade badly, I still had a good ratio. I earned almost 1.5%.